So welcome, Sharon. Thank you for joining us today. Tell us about your experience with the Sales Magnet videos.
Well, the first one, I don't know. Let me go to the second one. It was during the time when it was revealed to me through you getting my permission to tap into Source about my getting back into my business of Cameo. And when you got that message for me, I was literally heartbroken because Cameo has been my rebranding baby. And so I indicated specifically after watching the second Sales Magnet one, that where you revealed that to me, I literally, and I remember saying on the call, you asked, could I let go of it? And I said, I can't right now. It took me a few days to process all that. And I'm not sure about the dates, but then I had actually watched the second one on June 16th. And after I processed it, that was me getting out of the old energy. Like you said, it was my free will. But why would I want to go against something that Source presented to me? So I had to work on my hurt from that to process it before I could move on into the new energy. What now? What can I do now instead? So I did do that, and I have this thing about writing with acronyms. So I thought, well, how can I write an acronym for my name, my maiden name, Comfort, because that seems to be one of the greatest gifts I have for others is holding space for them. And so because of that Sales Magnet conversation, it allowed me to change and move into a new direction with that. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not, but I thought, what does comfort mean to me? And I created compassion. These are things that comfort coaching stands for. That would be my client attraction, sales attraction. Compassion, openness, manifestation. If I were to focus on mothers specifically, it might not be manifestation, it might be motherhood. Forgiveness, opportunities, relationships, and transformation. So that made me feel better, but it wasn't like, oh, that can take the place of the baby that I felt I had lost, so to speak. And just today when I was reading my notes prior to coming on the call, I thought, wow, yeah, I'm starting to feel a lot more comfortable with that. So thank you for that gift. There's no sense in beating your head against the wall if it's not in alignment with what Source energy, that's my goal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to share in regards to the actual video. This time I did something different. As I watched the video, I'm referring to the second part of the Sales Magnet video, I actually took some notes on my phone and jotted down what I call time markers in the video. And I watched it with an awareness of I wanted to sense and feel my energy and what might be getting evoked from that. And one of the most interesting things I'd like to share is right at the 13-minute mark, thereabout, give or take a few, I closed my eyes as you, Murray, spoke, and I saw to my right a red line from you that began to coil itself in a circle that ended with a point in the center, like it was pinpointing to something as if in a bullseye spot. What did I make that mean, and what was that message? Because I don't always see things, feel things, imagine things like that, but I'm really becoming more and more open to paying attention to those things. I thought that was hugely significant.
Do you remember what I was talking about at that moment? Because it sounds like that was a bullseye for you. That was a key point for you. So what was I talking about?
I'm sorry, I don't remember. I'd have to go back and check and see what was going on at that 13.
I'm getting you should do that because that's probably important.
I will make notation of that. Thank you. Yeah. I didn't do that. So I will go back and see what it was.
Because when I do these videos, I ask for the ideal energy and the ideal words for all who are going to be involved in it. So it's the people who are on the call that day, but also all of the people who are watching later. So obviously for you specifically, that was a key point for you to reflect on and go deeper on and really get more out of that point.
I was thinking that as we're just speaking about it now, I will go back and look at it, and I'm just thinking, oh, that might be my indication, my message from Spirit, that you were right on. As much as I didn't want to hear, particularly about the O, because you said it was because I take on other people's stuff, which I do, but I didn't think I did it as much, or not nearly as much as I used to do. So that was very helpful for me. Thank you. And then I noticed at the 2533, I had, Mark, I had quite a bit of queasiness in my sacral chakra. At 27, you must have been talking about business, because I wrote down aversion to business. That's me. You know, I told you before, I want to attract clients just like, hey, angels, go out, bring them, make the synchronistic event where I'm going to run into these people, or they're going to find my contact information, and then bingo, I have clients. That's my alchemical way of wanting to attract and be a sales magnet.
Sure.
And
it can happen. And it can happen. But this is something that you want to do as your work in the world. So it would be wonderful if you would not have any resistance with respect to business people, business activities, all of that stuff, because then it will happen with ease and grace. But those things need to come out and be transformed, and perhaps that's what's been going on over the last few weeks since you've watched those videos. I would think so. How do you feel about business generally now?
I feel better than I've ever felt about it, but still it's a cold word to me. I have explored what that represents to me. And at one point a while back, I decided I'm not going to use that word. I'm going to use the word connection. I'm connecting with people. I am engaging with people. Not that I'm going out looking for clients, or that it's part of my business that I have to actually do that, you know. There were a couple other key points to that as well. When you spoke about the EFT gateway at 3636, EFT gateway, I've had several gateways while shopping in my candy store, you know, wanting to be better at my spiritual connection and learning different modalities and different things. And when you referred to a little bit later on about the tunnel unassisted can take 20 years. It's like, well, thank God, so far it's only taken me 10, but gosh, you know, I never ever thought in this whole time, because it's been like a learning and healing and learning and healing and not focusing on the business. I never even thought about looking you up. I thought, oh my gosh, where I should have, you know, after I initially, our paths crossed, I thought, I didn't even put two and two together, you know? And so one interesting thing was, I know that my energy was shifting when you said 3954, be in the moment and get your guidance now by self and just trust that. I needed to go, this is a little bit personal, but I needed to go to the bathroom. And I've noticed that when my bowels frequently want to eliminate, that's when I'm ridding myself of old energy. So I just wanted to share that personal because
thank you for sharing, Sharon.
It was having an effect on me.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, that's absolutely the case. That's why it's really, really good idea to drink lots of water when you're watching this video, or when you're in an energy coaching session, and also over the period of time after the energy coaching session, because it does go on for a while, for a few days. And in this case, when you watch the video, it'll be transforming the viewer's energy for 7 days. And so that's exactly what's going to happen. Your cells contain the energetic residue of your consciousness. So as your consciousness is changing and being transformed under the counter, so to speak, because a lot of this stuff you don't really need to know. It's just inherited from ancestors, but it's embedded essentially into your cellular body. So the water helps take the no longer needed debris of that consciousness out of your system. And so that's what you were experiencing. Time to let go. Yeah,
and I'm and it's a nice reminder for other people as well. Matter of fact, I could go for a drink right now, but I'm not going to. It's a great reminder, because I think too many people like myself in the beginning poo-poo it. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, drink a lot of water. What's that going to do for me? Well, when people realize how much percentage of our body is water, and that's a conduit for moving the energy. And I drank and drank while I watched it. I drank for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
And
you'll
what,
find yourself getting dry mouth as that's happening. And it's just telling you, drink more water, because you're going to lose it through the elimination process. But, so it's like your body prompting you.
exactly. Listen, the message still, listen to your body, and like at 47, you mentioned the extent that one can help others has to do the extent to which they have cleared their own blocks and barriers to what is loving for the individual, which is then also aligned with your purpose. Now, I feel that I have been aligned with my purpose, and yet I just haven't gone back to trying to get that business component in there, thinking, well, I don't have enough money to pay someone to do it. I'm not going to invest a lot of thousands of dollars into a program because, quite frankly, it's not my account right now, and I don't want to go into debt to do that. So
that's why this program showed up for you, Sharon, because you needed to get some clearing done in that area. And so you volunteered to help yourself, but also to help others who would watch the videos.
Yeah. And there was, I just wanted to look here quickly. There was something else. Oh, I just, what you said about, trying to get to the beginning of that conversation here. Let's see. My business has all been about my own personal healing journey of my life story theme about what about me to I am, about relationship awareness coaching, beginning with the self. That's why Cameo was so crucial to me. That's what I learned in regards to helping people with the benefits that I've gotten on my own healing journey, which is that of self-love and personal peace, more prosperity, joy, abundance, love and joy, and all that. And then right there, when I was watching it, I typed here, while I watched that, I felt very swirly in my head. Now, usually swirly in my head, or like from maybe my heart chakra. I don't really think it's as low as my solar plexus chakra. But whenever I have that, when I'm the coach in a healing session, I know energy is being moved.
Well, that sounds like, if you're feeling that up here, you're getting a download of energy through the crown chakra. So that's usually related to a higher perspective on some aspect of love, because personal transformation is all about coming back into alignment with whatever version of love that your soul has chosen for you to be in this lifetime. So we're living from either the past, and so the programming of our primal being, and not as primal, so other recent lifetimes of ancestors and that sort of thing, or we can be coming from our soul's guidance, which will come through here. So that's the sort of thing. And so as we transform, we're getting more and more coming through our crown chakra, which then leads to that internal transformation, which requires us to be very well hydrated and flush the other stuff, or the residue of the other stuff, out of our body. So we're really embodying the new learning when that's happening.
Yeah, so I thought those things that I just referenced were quite important, And so in summary, basically, I can say that I want to thank you, because I feel like I want to say the quote unquote end of my journey as far as the resistance go. That's not saying that I'm going to go implementing everything tomorrow. However, I'm still going to ask my angels to do a lot of the legwork for me. But I know I have to take, as being grounded on this earth, I realize I do have to take physical action steps as well. I feel that the most important physical action steps in healing myself through all this for these past 10 years has been what you are so blessed to help others with. I honestly, I haven't even looked at your business options for people, but I know from working with you on these calls, what a wonderful and special gift you have of tuning in to spirit and source energy and bringing those messages to people to help them on this journey. And I just want to say that I would highly recommend you to to anyone who were to ask me that wants to be starting their business, just go to Murray. Please save yourself a lot of money, a lot of heartache, get through it quick, where you talked about, get through that tunnel or something like that.
Yeah, well, that really is the point of our work. We've been in that tunnel for a long time. We've been guided by the highest frequencies of light that work with this planet. And the purpose of our work, mine and Shirley's, and life energy coaching, and the life energy coaches that we certify who want to do this kind of work, is to accelerate people through what would otherwise be that long tunnel of surfacing all of that programming that is out of alignment with who that individual is here to be. So Sharon, now that you've been through the videos, how do you feel now about sales and about business generally, having gone through the program?
I feel that it came at a perfect timing because clarity, confidence, and self-esteem. Mostly the confidence has been holding me back, and I have never felt more confident in my entire life than I do right now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's really great.
Thank you for all that you do and all that you share. I'm just so blessed that our paths crossed. So thank you so much for everything.
Well, it's my pleasure, Sharon, and thank you for participating in this and the other programs. We literally couldn't do it without you and the others who did that. So you have been a blessing to all people who watch these videos.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Sharon.